Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Allo, and we're back with another banger, man. Let's get that tier list for the new update in Anime Adventures. Well, guess what? This is actually pretty funny, but we do have the #1 unit in the game right now for damage, in my opinion. Broly up there on top. So let me go show you guys the meta units in Anime Adventures. All right, let's start it off, guys. We got Dio and Broly. Now, Dio, if you're a new player, Dio is the man. Get Dio. Very, very good unit, all right? Next up, we have Broly. Everybody knows Broly. Full AoE, massive range, and very good damage as well. Now, this guy right here is also full AoE. However, his damage is not quite as high as Broly, factoring in Broly's double the range, right? However, he's still very good. He's honestly very close, and the nice thing about him as well is if you evolve him into Red Scar Conqueror, he is going to get an ability as well that can, you know, do a little bit of a stun to the enemies with a fast cooldown. Pretty good unit overall, guys. Honestly, I'd probably say you can get either, depending on which infinite mode map you're trying to get on leaderboards on. Hey, maybe you want to go for Broly, maybe you want to go for him. They're both great units, though. Next up, we have All Might. Now, All Might is slightly higher than Whitebeard, in my opinion, still. Their damage is very, very similar. However, All Might does have that knockback. And Whitebeard's Tsunami ability is not as useful as the knockback is, in my opinion, in Infinite Mode. All right, however, you can make an argument that Whitebeard's damage is a little bit higher than All Might's. However, you can place more All Mights than you can Whitebeards. Now, people don't understand this. Being able to place 4 or 5 All Mights is way better than 3 Whitebeards. Like, that little bit extra placement really helps you with the damage in Infinite Mode because money's not an issue. So this is why All Might's ranked higher. Now, honestly, All Might could even be ranked higher than this guy right here, but it's complicated. Now, Broly, I believe you can place a lot of Broly, so Broly's really good. All right, Whitebeard does have that Tsunami ability, which is pretty good. Of course, only when you evolve him to the Emperor status. All right, Erwin is a good buff unit, 25% buff. Very, very good. And summons units. They aren't super helpful in Infinite Mode, but they do make a little bit of a difference. Definitely recommend you pick this bad boy up. Blackbeard. Now, what does Blackbeard do? A lot of people don't understand what the cursed effect means. Basically, as long as the cursed effect is active, all units do 15% more damage to that unit. So you stack it with Erwin. Now, all of a sudden, you're doing around a little bit over 40% more damage to the enemies. All right, that's a pretty good stack. Now, Blackbeard's effect does not last very long. However, Blackbeard's full AoE, and you can place a good amount of Blackbeards. So this shouldn't be too big of an issue. All right, Bulma got a buff in Anime Adventures, making her the #1 money unit in Anime Adventures. All right, she gives way more money than Speedwagon does, but Speedwagon is still good for story mode. Honestly, either one works for story mode. Story mode is pretty easy, so I think that's kind of irrelevant. Definitely, if you have the extra gems playing around, Bulma is the way to go. There you go, guys. There is the S+ tier. All right, let's move on to... Oh, frick, Big Mom. All right, whatever. To the S tier. Madara. Madara is all right. All right, Burn isn't very good in the game. So, unfortunately, Madara is not going to get a lot of love. However, Madara is decent DPS. You might be able to use Madara to get on the leaderboards. Honestly, you probably can. Diavolo is single target, man. I was really hoping Diavolo would get a buff. Unfortunately, right now, being single target, Diavolo is not that great. However, the ability might help you get an extra, up to maybe an extra wave. So honestly, waves last a long time in this game, so it's only gonna get you like a quarter of a wave. So it might be the difference between leaderboard and not, or maybe not. All right, Diavolo is still a very good unit. All right, Akeno, his damage is a little bit lower, but he has a really good range. All right, so he's potentially leaderboard ready, but he's all right, and he's also a hill unit as well, so kind of a different unit there. I don't really recommend going for him as your first unit. However, he's not bad. But definitely you want to level him up for him to be worth it. Because Burn just works way better with him. He's high level. All right, this guy is basically budget All Might. If you can't afford All Might, get this dude. He's pretty good on a budget. All right, next up we have the A tier. All right, we have 2 mythics in this tier. I know. These guys' damage are just so low, or they're just not worth it, or like. Yeah, like this guy, you might as well just go with Broly. Their just damage is just not good enough, you know? I just don't recommend ever getting these guys. And they don't have like evolutions either, so yeah, I can't really recommend getting them. Same with this guy right here. His damage is not high enough. That's pretty much the majority. Giorno's actually pretty good. If you're looking for a legendary to get, you can't really go wrong with Giorno. He has like a small circle AoE, good range, etc. This guy is decent, not too good. However, he's supposed to be evolving into UI Goku eventually. I don't really know when, but once he does, hey, he'll be good again. All right, Tashi, decent for story mode, etc. Not the greatest. This guy, he just does not do enough damage to be worth your file. All right, this guy right here, you can place 5 of them. He has a good AoE, decent damage. Overall, a solid unit for beginners. If you don't have any mythicals yet, maybe you want to go with him. And Speedwagon is the second best farm unit in the game. However, I do recommend getting Bulma if you want to go on leaderboards. All right, Ace, guys, let me show you Ace's stats. Now, a lot of people don't know Ace's stats. You get him from the event. All right, let me show you Ace's stats real quick. All right, this is his stats, man. Damage a little bit on the lower side. All right, however, he is I believe he might even be a secret unit. I don't know. Yeah, he's not really that great of a unit. He's like a limited unit. However, I feel like he's going to be more of a trading unit. His damage just isn't high enough to be worth it. And he has 8 upgrades too, so what? He costs 40k to max. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this fight isn't quite worth it. All right. Now, there is another unit that I did not put on this list, Lelouch. All right. But unfortunately, I can't put Lelouch on here because apparently, and he's also not very good. All right, next up we have the B tier. This guy is very good for starting out waves on story mode. Underrated unit. Highly recommend you pick him up. I think I have him with Sniper, which is pretty sweet. Honestly, I might actually use him in Sniper as a combo in the future. I'll take a look at that later. All right, this guy, he's honestly not too bad, but he's more of an Infinite Mode unit, and he's just not that good for Infinite Mode because his attack Titan is just going to get wrecked. All right, he's like a story mode unit that's not very good for story mode or Infinite Mode. I can't really recommend ever getting this guy. He kind of needs a buff or something. All right, Goku Rose apparently got a little bit of a buff, so maybe you want to check him out. He's not too bad, but yeah, give him a go. All right. This guy, man, Dobby. Oh, man, I just can't recommend him. He's not terrible. I just can't recommend him. All right, this guy is very good for starting out the waves. He does decent damage. He's a lot like this guy right here. So I highly recommend picking up this guy if you're a new player. Sakura is a budget buff unit. If you don't have a lot of gems, you can get her. All right, Killua is another like good starting unit. This guy's a very good starting unit. He only costs 250. A lot of pro players used to start him with story mode, but he's not an Infinite Mode unit. Todoroki has a nice freeze. That's why he's there. All right, C tier. All right, here's the C tier. Just this guy's not too bad. This guy's not too bad. But overall, I can't necessarily recommend any of these units. They're just not really that worth it in the grand scheme of things. So they're pretty much all passes. All right, next up we got the D tier. Again, just pass on these units. I wouldn't spin for them on purpose. But they're there, you know, if you like them or not. All right, so let me know, guys, what you thought of this tier list. Did I make any mistakes? Did I miss any units? I know there's some new units that might be dropping soon. I hope I got all of them. Also, I think there's like Lelouch as Lulu or something. So there's like one secret unit that may or may not be on this list. Apparently, I heard it was really bad, though, so I didn't bother putting it on this list. More of like a tradable unit. So let me know what you guys thought about this. And if you want me to make any adjustments, let me know, and I'll catch you. And if you guys know Akino's in Admiral Akane, I can't pronounce its final stats, let me know. I would be really appreciative to see those. And I'll catch you on the next one, guys. It's your boy Blam signing out, man. Peace.